Alright, I need to get online with this because it's driving me nuts and I need help figuring it out. I'm here talking with Khalifa from, I still have it, nope, not it. Okay, I'm here talking with Khalifa from Nigeria, Suleja, Nigeria. Okay, this guy has a smartphone, a Samsung, you just saw it, Samsung smartphone, Android to the App Store, and essentially living in like the African village, right, just outside the big town of Abuja. And he doesn't have, like, it's dirt roads and like tents type of thing. Like, there's no Wi-Fi hotspot, and he has unlimited data only for Facebook and Twitter, and he can't upload videos or see videos. He can only see images. And so I'm trying to figure out, okay, here's how we came in contact. He has Twitter. He found Cryptoverse Metal's Twitter and started engaging. And then my social media manager has been getting into my personal Facebook account and connecting friends. And, wham, here we are with Khalifa. Got my dad sleeping. Here we are with Khalifa, and he knows about cryptocurrency, but how does he really get cryptocurrency? If he doesn't have a computer, no one in the town has a computer, and no one has Wi-Fi. You can only use the cell phone. He has an Android phone connected to the App Store, and I'm here looking at like what apps you could download on Android that will allow you to obtain cryptocurrencies. Because as soon as you have access to the decentralized money on your phone, that's where the entire network effect blows up, right? So really what we have is, the poorest people in the world still have access to a smartphone. And they don't have very much, they don't have data plans, but somehow, some way they're given free access, unlimited access to Facebook and Twitter. I don't know what else but Facebook and Twitter. But they do have access to the App Store. So if you could create an app that connects to the blockchain, then every single person would download that app and get their wallet. Now, in the first world, you get Coinbase and it's all done, right? But you can't really get Coinbase anywhere like in Nigeria. So really you need, unless Coinbase opened up, but really you just need like a network that could connect to the App Store. And then you have money on your phone, and the entire revolution just blows up. So what do you do? Because really, once you have that, you have your bank. And, I'm reading articles and they're saying, why cryptocurrencies are working well in developing nations, and how, 2 billion people are unbanked, but most of them have a phone, and really like a smartphone, like a cheap smartphone, but a smartphone that connects to Android, Google, and really like Google has been pushing that. But the problem that I'm facing in this scenario is that they still, even with their smartphone, cannot connect to blockchain technology. They can't open their app and have the bank, or open their phone, have an app that connects to the bank. And it can't be done online because they don't have data plans or they can't afford the data plan, which would allow them to get on the internet and, you know, do things on the internet. Do things on like an internet browser. So I need help. They need help. This is like the last piece of the puzzle. And then it all goes into play. It all starts working. Yeah. Yeah. He's more obsessed about seeing a picture than like figuring out the problem of how to get money into the hands of his people, into the society. It's driving me nuts. He's 18 years old, and he just talks about how boring the place that he lives at is, not realizing that he has the power to change his entire environment by, breaking through with innovation and starting a business that, gets people excited or, does something that's worthwhile. He doesn't have purpose. I'm bored is another term for saying, I'm not filled with purpose. And like, I see all the connections have taken place. I've been connected with some random person in the third world through the infrastructure that's been established. He's not in a major city, so he can't go to a hotspot. I've been telling him about Wi-Fi, but he doesn't really understand because, he lives in the outskirts. It would take 12 hours to walk. He can't afford transportation. 12 hours to walk into the city just to go to, I checked a website that shows all the free listings of hotspots or, free hotspots, free Wi-Fi. There's like 4 in Abuja, Nigeria. Now I can open the tab for you. Uh-oh, how far down was it? I mean, it's like the ultimate problem. This is it. This is like the last piece of the puzzle before it all starts. All the dominoes start falling, and the entire world just signs up to crypto in mass, leaving the fiat currencies and going into these decentralized cryptocurrency networks. It's the last piece of the puzzle. Because they have app stores, they can download apps. At least I think they can download apps. I hope that doesn't cost data. Let's see, Nigeria, he's in Abuja. This kid lives over here. And as we zoom into Abuja, we can see, boom. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the entire city of the capital. I think Abuja is the capital of Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. Let's back out just a bit, just to prove that right. Nigeria, Abuja, back out. Lagos might be. It's either Lagos or Abuja. But it's there, the circle's on it, so it's got to be the capital. Just doesn't look very big. Not a lot of infrastructure. And he lives way out here by the lake. It doesn't even show Sudeja. He just said it was near Kwamba. And the Google search showed a section that just covered this entire thing. So he'd have to walk 12 hours to get into the city just to see if Salamander Cafe actually does have free Wi-Fi, or the Sheraton Abuja Hotel. The Sheraton Hotel has free Wi-Fi. And then he would be able to connect to the internet, get free internet, although it would probably be slow because the network is rather poor. So, the infrastructure needs to be built in the city, and, that type of investment would be worthwhile to improve the livelihoods of the people, but also getting out of the fiat currency system. So I don't even know how he got into crypto. He's, it was almost reluctant to tell me. He hasn't really told me. But he's living out here. And let's see if there's where's that history page? It's okay. Let's go back on this page to the history and go to. I want to show you what Suduja. I'm sure you all know, right? Floods, a shooting a couple years ago, or was it a bomb attack? Where is it? For Samsung. Crypto wallet. Before crypto wallet. There, right here. Right here. So I had, 12, 13 hours, 14 hours, 13 hours for the walk to get into the city by following the main road. Wow. And then we get into, not this actually, I wanted to get into the images. It's not Google Maps that we want. It's Google search images. Big ol' rock. Soleja. 5 ways to occupy your time. Looks like a, but you got pictures. The only pictures there are really of the outdoor markets. We got tents, wheelbarrows, concrete. That's beautiful. A flood, which wrecked all the cars. We sell a local treat. We have a police stand that's unoccupied. Again, the flood, living under sheets. You think how to help this place. Everyone needs a smartphone and they need access to their wallet. And from there, they can start demanding imports. They'll have purchasing power. They'll be able to build infrastructure. But they need to prove that they have wealth. And in order to do that, they need access to a bank. And they don't get fiat banks, institutional banks out there. Right? This is the best they've got. A computer will go in, looks like they put a hotspot and they put the projector and it's like 2 computers, 50 kids. Right? That's it. Like that's all the access that they would ever get to the computer. So the computer's really not where it's at. It's in the smartphone. You need to have, wow, so many people. Infrastructure's not built to sustain that. Jesus. So if he has a wallet, okay, here's another thing I thought of, right? So we're on his account. You have an intro, you have a bio, especially for Facebook, where people are more on their computers. Twitter's more on the cell, at least my understanding. But the intro, the bio, you could put a cryptocurrency wallet address in there, and essentially, like the thing that I'm thinking here is like, you could, once you have wallet, then you have a network effect growing of people downloading that app, which gives them the wallet. Then, and they paste their deposit code everywhere they can, and then they have a viable business model. It's like, the first thing I can think of, He can take videos on his phone, but he can't upload them into Facebook or Twitter. And he can't see the videos on Facebook or Twitter. So the only thing he really has access to is photos. And so the only business model that I could think of has to do with media, right? You take pictures of everything you do, every day, everywhere you go. And, either try to get funds as a way of like expressing your life, like fund me, or like, there's ways to do this, man. There's ways to do this. And then the other option is to focus on a problem and say these funds will fix that problem, especially once that network effect grows, because it's not just the people. Once the people take effect and they all start adopting Litecoin or Bitcoin, then businesses will start using those cryptocurrencies as well. And they'll just know that they could get that exchange even if they can't access a digital exchange because, Coinbase isn't available in Nigeria. And really, where could you go maybe other than a decentralized exchange? Maybe, Ether Delta is an exchange that they could access, right? Ethereum would probably be the better route to go just because of all the ERC20 tokens. And, my God, if they could get an Ethereum into the App Store, then they could create ERC20 tokens. But really, it's all about the Ethereum, the main networks, right? Because businesses could also transport and get to a place where they could exchange the cryptocurrency for the goods that they need and the transportation costs and all the other logistics that go into business, especially transportation. And I mean, think about it. You release, especially media, like all of a sudden, decentralized, independent media houses, like 18-year-old Khalifa over here could just be taking pictures and all day until eventually, he raises enough funds to get a and maybe the infrastructure, of course, isn't built out, but he could get a Wi-Fi hotspot. All of a sudden, he's got a Wi-Fi hotspot. He's connected to the internet. He can upload videos, and production grows. All of a sudden, everyone wants to know about Suleja, a place that he calls boring. But if he had the right mindset, he could turn it into like a sweet spot. Here's where you go to see this, and here's where the friends go to do that, and I don't know, stuff like that. That's really it. At least that's as far as I've gotten. Really, ideally, the government, or, they collectively come together and create their own government, but essentially tap into the infrastructure, right? So we have this wallet right here. Donate to this wallet. Or, my goods and services will contribute 5-10% to this wallet, and this wallet raises funds for building infrastructure so that we could have internet, right? Really, internet's what you need first and foremost. Once everyone's connected to the internet, and you have enough electricity to go around, right? You have the, maybe solar panels are the next thing, wind turbines. In order to, generate enough electricity to keep things going, and you have monitors, and I don't know, you just build out the infrastructure, right? And then, tourism, you bring people in, and just develop unique niches and environments and whatnot. So anyway, send. I'm gonna try to upload this to all the social channels. I need people to respond. We need to figure out this problem. We need to fix it because it's literally the last piece in the puzzle to breaking this decentralization movement worldwide to every single person on the planet. Granted, they need a smartphone, but we're at the point where they have smartphones, right? Like that problem is essentially solved. We just need that monetary access so that transactions can take place, wealth can move, and really, poor areas can get liquidated with capital. I can't, we're there, man. We're there, we're right there. So anyway, let me know. Let's get the conversation going. And I'll see you on the next one.